We're going to solve the system of equations, and these two equations, the first one represents a line because it's linear, and the second one represents a circle. In order to use algebra, we have to rearrange the first equation, and we're going to replace the value of the variable that we found, or that we placed as a subject, into this second equation. So in here I'm going to write, or to find, or to put x as the subject. So it's going to be 3 plus y. So when I'm rearranging, I want to rearrange such that one of the variables is in terms of the other. And since y is minus here and I want it to be plus, so I take it to the other side and I write y plus 3. Why didn't I choose the x? You can choose the x, but if you choose the x, you're going to have minus y equals to 3 minus x. And we need to replace y, not minus y. So you have to do another step and multiply by minus 1 all of the equation in order for you to get this one. So when you multiply by minus, so minus times minus is plus, plus times minus is minus, minus times plus times minus is plus. So this is going to be your rearranged equation. So in order not to do an extra step and get confused with minus, I used x as the subject, and I'm going to work with it. Is it the same as having y as the subject? Yes, it is the same. And this I'm going now to prove it to you. Now, replace the value for x in the second equation. You're going to have y plus 3 squared plus y squared equals 9. Now we have to expand, so it's y squared plus 6y plus 9 plus y squared minus 9 equals 0. So you take the 9 to this side so that you will have an equation in order for you to solve it, and this equation equals to 0. So y squared and y squared becomes 2y squared. 9 plus 9 minus 9, they cancel, and then you have 6y equals 0. In order for us to solve this quadratic equation, you need to factorize. So you take the 2y outside because they are the common factor. 2y squared divided by 2y is y, plus 6y divided by 2y is 3. Solving, you're going to get 2y equals 0, or y plus 3 equals 0. So here y is 0 and here y equals to minus 3. Now this is not enough, you have to find x. So you take the y equals 0, replace it in this first equation, rearranged first equation, and then you will get x is equal to 3. So this is your first solution. Then you take y equals minus 3 and you replace it in the rearranged formula or rearranged equation, and you will get x equals to 3. So these two solutions, they are the solution of the system. So if you take the first solution here and you replace it in equation 1 and equation 2, they will be satisfied. So it satisfy x equals 3, y equals 0, satisfy equation 1 and equation 2 at the same time. And the second one is x equals 3, y equals minus 3. When you replace it in the equation 1 and equation 2, it will also satisfy the equation. So these are the two solutions representing 3, 0 and 3 minus 3. 3, 0, excuse me. pre-0. So now, what do these points represent? I'm going to show it to you graphically. So in order to solve them graphically, you have to use for the line the table of intercepts. So when x is 0, you are finding the y-intercept. When y is 0, you are finding the x-intercept. So when x is 0, y is 3. When y is 0, when x is 0, y is minus 3. When y is 0, x is 3. So you draw your coordinate plane, and then you take the y-intercept, x0, y minus 3, and then x3, y0, and then you draw the line. This is the line x minus y equals 3. So this is the graphical representation of this equation. Now to represent the second equation, this is a circle of center of the origin and radius equals square root 9. So r is equal to 3 in a unit measure. You put your compass on the origin and open 3 units, and then you draw your circle. Where the line and the circle meet, this is the solution of the system. And if you check, this is 3, 0, and this is 0 minus 3, which is the algebraic solution or answer that we found. So this is also a proof that our work is right. Therefore, we have solved the system graphically.